Fight week, I'm in Australia. Before I came out here, I asked you guys to tell me the best coffee in Australia. I'm not a huge coffee guy, but I'm told that Australia is great for coffee, and I do one every single morning. So you guys gave me a list. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna try to knock 3 of those off the list today. I have 17. You guys came at 17 suggestions, all within a fair radius that I can get to. So I'm gonna knock them off, but as I'm out walking to coffee, I just see absolute mixed martial arts. Don't know what that is, don't know who trains there. I'm gonna pop in and see if we can make a friend. Martial arts people, we aren't members, we were just stumbling around town. Can we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we help ourselves?
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you. Let's tell you, good looking gym. May I come in?
Yes, you may.
I'm not a member, but I got past the front desk. So I
Oh my God, look who it is.
How are you? Am I interrupting something?
I know who you are.
Give me a name.
Liam.
Ryan.
Hey Ryan, how are you?
I need
Nice
your
to meet you.
opinion. So we're talking Whittaker.
Yep.
We're talking Adesanya.
Yeah.
I got to start at the very beginning. Why is there a beef between New Zealand and Australia? Like, where does that come from?
I think it's just because we're way better than New Zealand. They really want to be like us.
Okay.
So it's like, cool, we can
Okay.
have that beef, we'll give them something, you know?
And if you give an answer like that, they have to be mad, right? They have to show up and compete back.
Nah, Kiwis are good. They're too chill. They're not going to say anything. They're just going to love us no
Okay,
matter
so
what.
that's actually what I hear is that you guys have this beef. However, it's very friendly. Like you guys would go to battle at a sporting event, but then go out afterwards and have dinner together. Okay.
We notoriously love Kiwis.
Okay.
Kiwis are cool. Yeah.
All right, so let's break down the
Super
fight.
chill.
Whittaker Adesanya. Give me your take.
Whittaker's super tough, but I feel like towards the end of the round, 4-5, Adesanya's just going to be picking him off with too many shots.
Really?
I got to go for my boy because I'm Aussie. But I think if Izzy can survive that overhand right and not get out tough by Whittaker, he'll just be piecing him from the outside.
Okay.
And then 4th or 5th, probably go down.
Okay, so everybody that talks about this fight, me and now you, but even the 2 guys in the fight, Whittaker and Adesanya, nobody's talking about ground game. Neither guy's threatening. I'm going to take the other one down.
Yeah.
You know, you got Whittaker, by example, that's training with Craig Jones and working on leg locks, but he's not even threatening that in the media. I mean, we got a straight up stand up fight here, correct?
Yeah, I reckon, but that would be a smart move for Whittaker to try and wrestle Izzy, I reckon, maybe towards the end, get him down.
A lot of energy,
Izzy's
though.
got such good takedown defense, so could just gas him out.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I mean, don't forget, if we go look at the Izzy's last fight with Gatslem, Gatslem took him down.
Yeah.
Izzy went into the triangle, used a scramble, came back up to his feet. To your point, it's a lot of energy. Do you think Whittaker's, is that a good strategy for him to go out and try that?
I think on the feet, Izzy's got him, so if he
gonna
could
have
get
to.
a sneaky takedown halfway through a round and stay on top of him for the rest of the round, tire Izzy out, I think that's his best chance. And then later rounds, Izzy's arms and legs will be gassed and he can use his boxing.
Cool. You ever met either guy? They ever come in?
I've met Izzy once. Whittaker follows me on Instagram, so
Yeah?
there we go.
That counts?
There we go. Yeah,
All
it
right.
counts. It
Good
counts.
dudes?
Very good dudes.
You like them
very-
both?
Yes, Izzy's amazing and Whittaker is our boy.
All right, coach,
He's our
prediction.
hero. Sorry?
Prediction.
Izzy in 4 or 5.
Really? Izzy can
Yeah.
stop him?
Yeah.
Really?
I reckon.
Okay. Knock him down? Knock him out?
Yeah, Whittaker's just been through too many wars. Those Yul Romero fights probably took a lot out of him.
Sure. I agree, but wouldn't you
He's
think...
my boy though, so I want him
But
to
what
win.
about the rest? I mean, he's had a big rest since those Romero fights, right? And I know there was some injury in the stomach, and all, but to your point, if he is worn down, maybe the rest helps him.
Maybe. Yeah, he hasn't had the greatest rest either. He's been like having surgery and things, but yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like Izzy's going to do it. As long as he doesn't gas out and he can just keep the distance, his strikes will just wear down Whittaker. Cool. Yeah.
All right, we're out and about for coffee. What are the chances that we stumble into an MMA expert, Coach Liam, here at Absolute Mixed Martial Arts in Melbourne? 2 handsome guys.
Perfect.
Thank you for letting us interrupt you. Let's practice going. How you doing? Chael, nice to meet you. I'm sorry, I interrupted over.
Always
Chael.
me.
Real pleasure. How you doing, Chael? You guys look good, by the way. Fun to watch you spar. You'll hear people talk about when they go through sports, there's a fraternity and there's a brotherhood. You know, you hear some of that stuff. But a lot of times it's true. I don't belong here. I'm not. Thank you very much. I'm not a member here. But you do MMA. You're amongst your peers. I never met them before. They made me feel very welcome. But that was kind of cool. I mean, they stopped what they were doing. They wanted to talk about the fights. They were fight fans. They know what's going on. Now let's go try their coffee. All right, so we're at a place called the Meeting House. They're said to have great coffee, said to have great croissants. Got flat white, almond milk. In honor of Nate Diaz, got some almond milk. Told you about the time my wife was in a coffee shop in Hawaii and Nate Diaz walks in. So for some reason, my wife is really intimidated by Nate. And I don't know where that comes from because he would be nothing but nice to her if she ever walked up and said, hey, I'm Chael's wife. But she's never done it. She gets really scared when Nate's around. So she's in this coffee shop. Nate comes in, so she stands there quietly and says nothing. And when it was Nate's turn to order, he walks up to the counter, he says, coffee, almond milk, and that was it. And for some reason, she thought that was like the funniest thing. She comes back to the room giggling and telling me that's how he ordered his coffee. But you know, I halfway get it. I halfway get what she means because there's a process to order your coffee. You know, you got to say words like venti and you know, words like short and words like espresso and latte. There's a way to order coffee. He walks up, doesn't tell him a size, doesn't tell him anything, just says coffee, almond milk. There is something to it. Flat whites, I can take. Thank you guys. Very beautiful. No, I got it.
Do you want to play?
No, I'm gonna go right outside. Thanks, ladies. It's good. It's really good. Here's the thing that coffee jerks will do. I'm not a huge coffee. We're doing a coffee piece. I'm not a huge coffee guy. I really do it for necessity or even habit. It's like a way I start my morning. But if you ever talk to coffee snobs, they'll use words like bitter and they'll use words like smooth. And I must have gone 20 years of drinking coffee. I didn't know a damn thing about it. I go, what are you talking about? It's hot. The end. It's got some caffeine at the end. And then I finally had a smooth cup of coffee, and I go, oh, now I see what people are talking. Now I see what smooth means. And I must tell you that this is smooth. This is a very smooth cup of coffee. Lovely. Go to the fights?
Yeah, hopefully.
Give me a prediction.
Whittaker around 2 TKO, I think.
Okay. Now, is that because you're Australian, you have to cheer for Whittaker, or you actually think Whittaker's going to win? I have to ask people this because...
the wrestling, I think.
Okay.
John Jones style.
That's funny you say that. You think he goes and takes Adesanya down?
Second round.
But you think he takes him down?
Eventually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you come to that conclusion?
He took Yoel Romero down, right?
They wrestled a little bit. I can't actually remember if he took Romero down.
Fairly sure from memory, I think. In one of the fights he did, they fought for a while.
All right. Yeah. They fought like 10 rounds in total.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me this. I like that you're saying the takedown, but neither one of them is saying this, so I don't necessarily have that in my analysis. But let me ask you this. Does he have to take him down? Can Whittaker stand with Adesanya?
I think so.
He can?
I think so.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, it's very interesting. I have so much respect for Whittaker, but this is Adesanya's game. I mean, he came from the kickboxing world, so it's kind of one of those things where sometimes you look at the evidence you have in front of you, their fights, and sometimes you have to look at their resume and the background that Adesanya had 27 or 29 professional kickboxing fights. So it just turns into one of those interesting things where possibly Whittaker will need to take him down, possibly, but if he's not prepared to do it, right, it's a little easier said than done. Gastelum had a hard time taking him down. He's a great wrestler.
That's true. But Whittaker's a lot bigger than Gastelum.
Agreed.
So it'll be really interesting. I can't wait.
Yeah. All right, cool. Have fun.
Cheers. Have a great day.
Thank you, buddy.
Cheers.
Oh, hey, by the way, we need a coffee shop recommendation.
Do you want like a small scale or a large scale?
No, we just want a good cup of coffee, not a Starbucks, or we want a good cup of Melbourne coffee. Is there something this way?
There's a really good spot here. I'll take her.
Okay.
Down this alley.
All right, let's go. Ooh, this is a close one. We got a problem here. These are not identical drinks. I ordered the exact same drink. This one is a little sweeter. And quite frankly, when you're drinking a coffee that's a bit bitter as a whole, a little sweetness is nice. So I'm trying to figure out where that sweetness is coming from. I gotta say, I think this place won. Only because of the sweetness. I think they cheated. They might have put like a sugar in there. I keep hearing about something called a lamington, by the way. I have the foggiest idea what a lamington is, but I keep hearing about it. Okay, I ordered one. Let me break this thing in half, see what we got in here. It feels like a very, oh, it's filled with like a jelly. It's a really light cake. It's almost falling apart in my hands with a jelly. That's nice. It's got a coconut on the outside. It's nice, lamington. All right, Lee, so we just had a cup of coffee, but we need a third. So we've been to the meeting house, we've been here, and we got to go to some place called Pellegrini's.
Yeah, Pellegrini's, just right there on the corner.
Literally, I go right up. I don't want to lose. I cross the street, and this is it.
Yep,
all right, I'm going to give it a shot.
Icon of Melbourne. Been around for years.
Perfect.
Yep.
Those two ladies you just saw, Lee and Jennifer, we just met them. Very nice. But they came up. I'm out here on the street. I got my partner with me. You can't see him. He's holding the camera. But, you know, we stick out a little bit. When you're walking around with a camera, you stick out a little bit, almost like you're out seeking attention or something. So anyway, they come up and they said, hey, what do you guys do? So we answered the question. They said, what are you doing in town? So we answered the question. There's a fight. They said, what are your names? So we answered the question. So my partner finally turns it back on them and goes, what do you guys do? And they pull out badges. They go, we're the police. I go, oh, are we doing something wrong? They go, no, not at all. We just saw the camera, wanted to figure out what you're doing. I go, okay. We would have figured out they were cops. They weren't in uniform, but by all the questions we were getting. So we finally turned the gun back on them and said, now we got a question for you. Tell us where to get our third cup of coffee. So they go straight across the street. There's a place called Pellegrini's. They said it's one of the top coffee shops around. We're gonna give it a shot. What smells so good? What is that?
Sorry?
What smells so good?
The sauce, cooking the sauce.
Ah,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
What's the sauce for? Like a spaghetti?
Spaghetti, like, yeah.
Oh, really?
Bolognese.
But we're too early. There's no spaghetti yet.
No, you can have if you want.
I need a spaghetti. I gotta try that sauce and two flat whites with almond milk, please.
Not the last spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah, thank you. So I came in here for a cup of coffee. When I walked in, something smelled amazing. And I asked the guy, I said, what smells so good? He said, we're making fresh spaghetti sauce. Well, I gotta try that. I gotta have a bowl of spaghetti. I gotta tell you, I'm actually trying to do like kind of this low carb diet, and I've done great. But now I'm confronted with a bowl of spaghetti and a great big piece of bread. So let's see how this fresh sauce is. It's incredible. It's fresh. It's fresh, very fresh spaghetti sauce. Nice Parmesan cheese on top. Looks like the low carb diet's going to take about a 15-minute break. All right, so I just left Pellegrini's, and it was kind of hard to film in there. It was dark, so I tried the coffee. I'll come out and give you a critique. A distant third. I must tell you, it came in a distant third, but the service was top that I met. The gentleman that was working back there was also cooking, and he made a very nice, he just finished a spaghetti sauce. And it's only 9 a.m., by the way, I should add that. It's 9 a.m., and I said, can I get spaghetti? And I thought that was a little bit early. He goes, yeah, I'll get you spaghetti. Big piece of bread, some spaghetti. Trying to do low carb, but how do you turn down? I'm not insane. You don't turn down a fresh bowl of spaghetti.